Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. This video right here was shot from my brother, Planet Plainfield, right? You see him right there, right? Planet Plainfield, right? He posted this video and he showed this entity walking through the video, okay? And the reporter tried to say, "You sure that wasn't your kid with underwear on his head?" And the lady that whose surveillance camera this was, she said, "No, not at all. My kid was in bed. Never would be out this time of night in the street, walking around." And you can see that video right there is from Planet Plainfield. But I think they blocked it because it's from Entertainment Tonight. Or no, Inside Edition. The video's from Inside Edition, so they try to explain away what was really happening. But I'm going to show you. I got some screenshots. Planet Plainfield, you was on one with this one, bro. It's crazy. Like, I'm trying to show the video, but it will not play. So, with that being said, we're going to go to the screenshots, folks. Okay? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's see. Let's see what they trying to hide, because I think they blocked my brother video. They blocked Planet Plainfield's video. I just watched like 2-3 of his videos. They played perfectly, but this video will not play. Okay? Now, this is the being right here that the camera or video surveillance camera caught walking through. Now, bear with me for 1 second, folks. Just when I need to find an ink pen to point with, I can't. There it is. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull down the light, and I'm going to zoom in on the being. Let's see if we can pull his face in. And I'm going to show you his face. Okay? You can go to YouTube and go into Inside Edition and watch the full video. But there's his face right there, folks. I see an eye, I see nose, and I see mouth. That's it right there. Now let's zoom out. And when you watch this video, you'll see that this being was walking in an unnatural way. Okay? And I also, when I took these screenshots, you can see the shadow of the entity in the glass of the car. Now let's zoom in. Now I'm going to pull up the contrast and bring it down slightly. And you're going to see the face of the entity right there. When you watch this video, you'll see it turned and look this way. His head is turned. This is the back of his head right here. This is the front. That's the reflection of the creature because it's walking and it looked right here. And that's his body and that's his head. Let's just zoom in on the reflection that's being casted onto the car. Okay, now I'm going to pull down the contrast. Yeah. Moving on. That's the original shot. Okay, now we pull down the light. Look at that, y'all. And this is, like I said, I took multiple screenshots, and you can see the reflection of the entity in the car glass. Its reflection. Now, let's zoom in on the creature's face. You see it? And when you watch this video, you can see this thing was not walking in a natural way. Okay? What little boy do you know? Because they try to say it was the woman's son, but she verified her son was at home. No little 12-year-old boy can have shoulders this square. Understand that. Look how this thing is built. Okay? I'm gonna zoom in right here to show you. Like, I swear, I wish this video played. What? Look at the little feet and the unproportioned legs. Now, let's zoom into the reflection in the car. Okay? Now, take a look at that, folks. I'm going to zoom in as tight as I can. Boom. You see it, right? Not human. Moving on, folks. Next screenshot. Let's just go to the reflection in the glass. And you still can see this thing's whole reflection coming through. Let's zoom out. You see it? And let's zoom in on the being. Look at the square shoulders. Look at the crazy shaped head with the appendage hanging off the front. Super long arms on a childlike frame with square shoulders and funny looking small feet and legs. Let's zoom in on the head and the face. Straight light being, like Planet Plainfield said. But they're trying to explain it away to make you believe it's something else. It's a person pranking. And when you watch the video, it said her camera only picks up 10 seconds of footage. But when they showed this entity walking out, it disappeared after 10 seconds, but the film never picked up. She said it walked off into the field. Okay? Moving on. Now, this one is crazy, folks, because if you watch the video on YouTube, Inside Edition, you'll see it. Go to their channel. You'll see that this thing is moving like a bird. The woman interviewer tried to say, "You sure that's not your son with underwear on his head doing the funky chicken?" Because I guarantee you this thing knew it was being filmed. If you watch the video, it manifested out of a burst of light. And it has wings. And it was doing a funky chicken because it was ready to take flight. But it must have known it was being filmed. Now I'm going to zoom in on that. Shout out my bro, Planet Plainfield. One love, bro. We see you over there in Jersey. Just look at this. Now I'm going to try to extreme zoom in on the screen. Okay. Now we're going to pull down the bright. And you're going to see. That looks like a bird beak from a distance. You can see that clearly these are wings. I mean, I'll go back to the other screenshot. You see arms. Right? Look at that. Those aren't naturally human-looking arms or legs. And if you watch the video, you see it's not moving correctly. Straight up light being, folks. Yeah, it's serious. And like I said, reflections in the glass. We go over everything. Nothing gets past. And you see the face of it. Look at that. You see the eyes. Both. Because it's turned looking that way. And that's why we're catching a side profile. Moving on. Back to the bird wings. And look at the crazy looking face. Come on, you see the bird beak. You see the eyes right there. You see the appendage coming off the face. You see the super elongated head. Has his head turned. And that's why it's casting a reflection like this. Pull up the contrast. Back to the bird being. Look at that, folks. I mean, how did that happen? That manifested in the video, like super fast. when I was doing the screenshots. And I'll zoom in on the face again so you can see the eye clearly. Okay, moving on. One without contrast or highlight. And you still see the entity. I mean, just take a look at the feet. You see this, folks? This is not natural. They caught an entity on film and try to explain it away as a trespasser, a little kid running around with underwear on his head, flapping his arms, doing the funky chicken. These people are sickening, but we know better than that, right? Now zoom you in on the face again. Giant head. Look at that, folks. And then we'll pull up the light and you'll see the reflection in the glass. You ready, light? Unbelievable. Okay, and this is a further away shot. We're going to pull down the light. And I'm going to show you a super, super crazy reflection. First, I'm gonna pull in close. I'm going to pull in tight on the creature. Or the being. Okay? Look at, I swear, if you watch this video, look at the legs. I've never seen anything walk like this. This creature's legs were twisting and turning, and it had extremely long arms in proportion to its body also. Okay? And I want to take you over here to the reflection in the glass. You see it. This is the clearest shot I got of actually it walking and then turning his head looking that way. And we're going to go in a little bit tighter. That's his face, folks, in the reflection of the glass. Now, I'll zoom it out to show you. When you watch the video, you'll see the creature walk past, and you'll see its reflection go all the way up the car. And I showed you previous screenshots where the reflection was further into the front window. It's in the rear. And this is the actual shot where the burst of light came out. Like, look how whited out it is. Watch when I pull the contrast out. This is when it burst out of the light and started walking. Look at the head on it right here, folks, on the shadow. Its shadow is showing you that it's extraterrestrial. Look at that. That's not the shadow of a human being. Like, are you serious? Look at the proportions. The shadow alone dictates not human. And this is when it started manifesting its wings. It started to look like a chicken. Literally. Let's take a look at that. Let me make sure I get that goofy foot in there. Look how skinny the legs are. Look how its gait is. It's walking side to side. And then it started flapping its arms like it was ready to take off. But like I said, these creatures know when they're being filmed. And it walked away. But let's just zoom in on the foot. And this thing was not dressed. It didn't have sneakers on. It didn't have shoes on. It had these little crazy looking feet. Let's pull the light down and see if that come through a little better. Look at that. That's a foot, folks. Okay. Pull that out. And you see the entity. It looks like a chicken. Literally. Look at the arms. Okay. And another reflection in the glass. We're going to pull up the bright. There it is again. Not that clear, but this is the reflection that it cast when it walked past. Again, look how whited out it is, people. I mean, I have to play with the contrast, the light, and exposure just for it to show through. That's how bright this thing was. Now look at that. Look how it's standing. I mean, I have the bright completely taken all the way out, and it's still too bright. Let's go more. Look at that, folks. Unbelievable. Now let's go to the reflection in the glass. Crazy looking image. Shout out Planet Plainfield. Like, bro, as soon as I saw it, I saw what you saw. Yeah, bro. It's really crazy out here. Look at that. Unbelievable. Okay, moving on to the next. A further away shot. Of course, we got to pull down the light. I'm just going to take you in on the shadow. Now you tell me. That's no human shadow. Look how skinny the arms are. This is stereotypical ET alien creature, whatever you want to call it. Like the super elongated arms, the weird walk, the head, the body. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Let me super zoom. Then pull down the light. Look at that, folks. Look at the legs. That's the shadow in between the legs, and that's one leg and foot and another leg and foot. And then you see the weird looking arms. And you still see that bird beak poking out. Unbelievable. I got subscriber pics coming soon also. Reflection in the glass. And this is when it started walking like a chicken, folks. I swear, you see the gait. You see how the legs are funny. Look at the hip structure in it, folks. That's not a human being. Okay, the hips are way too low. The legs are extremely long, and the arms are extremely long, and the head is not in proportion with the body. I'm trying to pull down the light to give you an extreme look at what we're dealing with. The tiny feet, weird hip shape, and then the face. Let's just zoom in. You see it? Un momento, por favor. Look at that, folks. See the energy around it and awe. And of course, another reflection in the glass. Let's zoom in because this is a really, really, really clear one. And you can see the entity's whole face, eyeballs, and everything. Here's one eye. Here's a second eye. Here's his giant head and this bird-looking beak. I'm going to hold that in tight for perspective. I'm going to zoom out for perspective. And then pull the light. It's literally has his head turned looking exactly right there. And you see the reflection of his face. I mean, it can't get any clearer than that, folks. You could see it as some type of bird-faced entity. Here's his beak. Here's his eyes. Here's his head. And it's shaped just like this. You see it? I'm sorry I got to play with the bright because this thing is so illuminated. Like Planet Plainfield said, it's just a light beam. And this one is when it almost walked off the property into the actual field that's on a straight line of this house. Now I'm gonna zoom in on the creature where his face is extreme turned, and we're gonna pull down the bright. See how the shoulders are extremely square and the arm is extremely long. Look at where the elbow joint is. And I don't know why that's being blurred like that, folks. 1 second. Okay, that's better. You can see the elbow joint starts right there. That's not human. The legs are extremely off. Small feet. Square shoulders for such a little body. And then a giant elongated head. We're going to zoom in on the face because the face is extremely turned and you can see the entity's beak and eyeball. The same exact picture I just showed you in the reflection of the glass, in the car glass. You see his face? Here's his eye. This is his mouth or beak. Here's his giant elongated head. Let that resonate. Now we're going to pull that out. Yeah, folks. And like I said, I think they blocked his video. They didn't want this out. Look how this creature is moving, folks. How do you go from having extremely tiny feet to your feet looking like this? Okay? Look how it's stepping. It was literally walking like this. You could not see clothes. You could not see hair. You couldn't see anything to show you that this thing was dressed like a regular person. Just an illuminated light body. And if I zoom in close, you could literally see the body of the creature. Let's pull the light down. I'm going to go extreme zoom and then pull the light down some more. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, folks. I think that was another screenshot here. Okay, we got this one and this one. Another extreme side shot of the head. Pull the light down. Creature, not human. No human can have a head like this with this shaped neck. Okay? Small square shoulders that are not proportioned with the head. A man has shoulders that can fit 3 head lengths. A woman has shoulders that can fit 2.5 head lengths. That's basic anatomy and knowing the human vessel, male or female. And for this entity to be walking through and looking like a short person, the arms are extremely long and the gait is completely off, meaning the walk. Okay, let's zoom back out. And let's pull in on the face again and bring down the light. I mean, just look at that, folks. That translates as everything you know to be something other. Yeah, folks. Peace, love, and light. Just trying to put y'all on, my man. He posted this video and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, people. I really couldn't. And then I go to the video and I swear it won't play. I think they blocked it. But this is what we got. Light beings. Caught on film. Straight from Inside Edition. One love. Peace, love, and light. Shout out my man Planet Plainfield. Check him out. Got a good channel. Peace.